All right, all right. We back, we back, we back. Mic check. All right, all right. So, welcome back to the Pitchside Report. We are live today. That's Friday, the 13th, baby, and the Premier League is back. Pretty soon, obviously. It's going to be a minute, Obviously, we got to wait till tomorrow. But yeah, Manchester United, we go against Southampton. And based on the press conference, I don't assume any changes. We're also going to talk on some of the other upcoming fixtures, who will remain unbeaten as far as the teams that are still left that have not that have yet to lose a game. So Liverpool, Brighton, Arsenal, Newcastle, and obviously Man City, all unbeaten. So will they remain unbeaten through this weekend? And then lastly, we'll probably touch over the predicted Manchester United lineup. Of course, it can change any second, so doesn't mean it's going to be the exact lineup. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, win probability, obviously, we are on paper in general should win. As far as this season so far, Southampton have yet to get a win at all. -4 on goals draw. So they're not doing too well. But again, they just came up. They're trying to still acclimate. And I believe they actually had a decent... Who were they playing? They were playing some decent opponents. Oops. So last weekend, they lost to Nottingham Forest. That's probably one that they wish they're going to win. They're going to want back. Brentford, yeah, that's a tough one for them. And then Newcastle, again, the Newcastle kind of barely scraped by on that one. So they're better than I think people are taking account for, to be honest with you. It's an away game for Manchester United, so we typically show up, when we're away against an opponent that we're expected to win, or at least we're not as embarrassing as home when we're up against an opponent that we're supposed to win. So, we could really actually, I'm not saying 3-0, but I could see us getting 1-0, win 2-0, scrape, as in we might get one early, maybe get the second one late. Or I honestly see something traumatic happen. I don't know. I don't know if Ten Hag is the right guy. This is going to be a time where these games, which I talked about in my last video, but this is going to be a time where these are games he has to win. I'm not the one who thinks that if he loses this game, he gets fired. But I think if he loses 3 out of 5 in September, I think he's gone. I think this is just going to show you the level of it all, because the teams that we're going against are nowhere near where we have to be or want to be in our aspirations. So I could see this going pretty horrible, and it's going to be up to the players, man. It's not going to be up to his structure. Why would something change? It's been 3 years, 2.5 years. Why would the structure change all of a sudden? It's not. So, predicted lineup. Oh, yeah. We'll go ahead and do the predicted lineup first. But yeah, I'm going with I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. I'm going to say they're going to catch us first, and then we're going to scrape that one. That's what I'm going to set in stone with, and then we'll see what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think the scoreline will be? Do you think we'll win this one with ease? I mean, obviously, we're expected to win this. Like, if we don't win this, this is where we belong. You know what I mean? Which is just god awful. Just the fact that we're even down here, it's just, dude. And the guy he thinks it's still a transitioning period. It's like, you're spending $400 million to transition. It's wild, bro. Obviously, the odds are in Manchester United's favor, but I could easily see Southampton getting one. Let's go see the predicted lineup. So, of course, could just be mumbo jumbo. We don't know. Yeah, but they're predicted to do a 4-2-3-1, like always. Yeah, Onana, Maserati, Maguire. Following the licks, gas, Ribbon, in the Netherlands. So Maguire, Martinez, Dallo, Casemiro. It's a truly shocking performance. It wasn't that shocking, bro. The team played like crap and Liverpool swallowed us whole. So, it is what it is, Kobe Mano. Right. Garnacho starting, Bruno and Rashford, and Xerxes. So, just alone this section right here is just gonna be trouble. You know what I mean? These players are not what's up. What is that saying? Why am I getting an error? YouTube is not receiving video to maintain smooth streaming. I gotta get that stronger connection. Gotta figure out what's going on. I got too many windows open or something. All right, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll still turn out fine. But yeah, Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes in there. Not the best lineup. Let's see the same type of gameplay as always. And, it is what it is. I expect us to draw 1-1. Yeah, and I listened to this guy's press conference, and it was actually pretty good. I think he's a lot smarter than people are taking him for, especially when you're able to bring a club like that up. And he's, he seems like he knows his way around, and he's humble enough to say he's still learning too. So I really like this guy. I don't see them staying up overall, but, Okay. Other games tomorrow. We got Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest is most likely going to get this win. Liverpool is most likely going to get this win. I'm going to say 3-0, 4-1. Man City, Brentford. Man City's probably going to win this one. Man City, I'm going to call it 2-0 dominant or 3-0. Yeah. Fulham, West Ham. West Ham, I think they're going to get this one. I'll call this one 2-1 West Ham. Crystal Palace versus Leicester City. Who's home? Crystal Palace. I would say Crystal Palace is probably going to get the W on this one. Crystal Palace Stadium is pretty formidable. Making noises. Yeah, their stadium's pretty formidable, so I would say Leicester City's going to lose this one 2-1, 1-0. Brighton versus Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town, they come to play, man. So I still think Brighton right now, they're a force to be reckoned with. I think they're going to stay undefeated as far as the group that's undefeated. So yeah, Man City will most likely stay undefeated. Liverpool probably too. We got Aston Villa versus Everton. Everton's struggling right now. They're going to really need to get some wins. I see them winning this one, though. Overall, where are they in the table? Good grief, they're in last. Holy crap. Yeah, they need to get a win, but I don't think they're going to get it. Dude, that's going to be something to see how that turns out. So score. We'll go 3-1. Everton might squeeze one in there, but I think Aston Villa is going to be too much. Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Chelsea, I feel like they're getting hotter and hotter. So I'm going to put my money on Chelsea. They just won 6-2. They've got goals in them. So I'm going to say 4-2. Tottenham versus Arsenal, probably the biggest game of the weekend and one of the most defining, to be honest, because Arsenal, of course, I don't think they're going to have Declan Rice, and I don't think they're going to have Odegaard. And I'm sure there's some other players that they're going to be missing. So some of these are key players in the team. So it is going to be interesting. Interesting, this one. Looks like Tottenham is the home squad. I wish you... yeah, Tottenham's home. So I could definitely see them winning or it being a tie. I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham. Arsenal, they may be lacking their players, which in a way it's going to be good in a sense that, like, let's say they lose, people that have been kind of on Rice's ass, it's like, hey, without him, they probably would have won this game. I mean, you know, or Odegaard, you know, one or the other. But yeah, we'll say Tottenham's going to win this one 2-1. And then last game of the match, day 4, Wolves versus Newcastle. Newcastle. It's an away game for Newcastle, but I just feel like they're getting hotter. They're still undefeated. They're one of the only other teams. So, dang, Arsenal might be. I feel like Arsenal is the only team that is still currently undefeated that will no longer be after this. I think Man City, Liverpool, Brighton will win their games, and then Newcastle, they're going against Wolves. It's an away game for them, but I feel like they're playing pretty strong, or like they kind of always start slow-ish. So, or they start too hot. So they're in a good place right now where they're not just killing teams like they were before at the beginning. So I think they're going to start to gel more and definitely play a little better. But overall, those are the predictions. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you make it here before the games. Yeah, and then Manchester United. Ooh, that's an early game, 6:30 a.m. Good grief. Hey, but that's what it takes sometimes. That's what it takes. That's pretty much it. There wasn't a game I missed. And then team news, like I said, it's going to change. It'll be different in the morning. Ugarte, oh yeah, he is possibly ready. So he could get a game. He could get in there at halftime, after half, depending on how it goes. But we shall see. We shall see. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you watching. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling the vibe, subscribe. If you are someone that wants to chat, let me know. Shoot me a DM or an email. And yeah, we can try to schedule one of these together and have a conversation about the team or other squads in the Premier League. That's the main league I focus on. But this is the Pitchside Report. So anything soccer, anything football, that is what we're here to talk about. So I really appreciate if you made it this far, and I will catch you guys after the games. All right, later.